Hello, welcome back to the Spider's Web, and you join us on the first road to for a while. Yes. Managed to get a new car. It's an MG HS in quite a nice. Let's see if we can turn that off. That's how we turn it off. Yes. Okay, that seems that's how we turn it off. Right, so yeah, I've got a new car. I got it. It's what do you call it? An MG HS, and I got it on a week on Tuesday. Was it the 7th? Oops, I'm not used to this one. I got it on the 7th, and I had to take it back on Tuesday. I had it a week. I had it a week before we found a fault with it. Oh, I'm not used to this one yet. This is the first time I've drove this car. So because we've had a fault with it, I've ended up with a rental car because they don't know what's wrong with it. Basically what's happening is it's just struggling to get going if it's been standing for a while. Struggling to get going, as I say, if it's been standing for a while. Even if it has been used. Ali took the car to go to a funeral on Monday with her mum, and she phoned me on Monday morning to say that she couldn't start the car. This is the first time we've had any issue with it at all, so she thought it could have been the battery. And as such went down with the the starter thingy, jump starter, and basically when I got there, she got it going and she'd gone for a ride to make sure that it was okay. All well and good for the rest of the day, no problems. Following morning, she stayed overnight at her mum's and came back the following morning in time for me to go to the yacht club. And when we got to the yacht club, well, when she got back home rather, she said the same thing happened again. She couldn't get it going. So I said, well, I'll see how it goes over the next couple of days, and it may just be a temporary thing. I'm not knowing anything about cars, I thought it might just be a temporary thing that's just happening. Don't know. So I went to the yacht club, was there for about 2.5 hours because I got there about half an hour earlier than normal because I wanted to have a bit of a drive round. So I left early and went a long way to get there, and still got there half an hour early. So did the 2.5 hours at the club, and when I got out of the yacht club, just have to let this van go. When we left the yacht club, got in the car, started it up, put it in reverse, to reverse out of the driving spot, and it cut out and rolled forward. I was in front of a brick wall, the actual building. So I thought, that's not good. I was there about 5-10 minutes trying to actually move the car enough so I could get out of the car park. It was juddering, it was bunny hopping, Bear in mind, it's an automatic car. Shouldn't be doing any of that. This is manual that I'm in now, but I'll get to that in a moment. So I decided, beggar it, I'll nip back to MG, where I got it from, have a word, see if there's something silly we're not doing. They said no, we're doing, put the foot on the brake, press the start button, it should automatically kick in. I was wondering whether I wasn't pressing the brake hard enough, but he said it won't work unless you press the brake hard enough. I thought, okay, fine. He says, can you leave it with me this afternoon and let me have a look? I said, yeah, no problem. So I phoned Ali, got her to come and pick me up. And I got a phone call later on in the afternoon saying, we can tell there's a fault, but there's nothing showing up on the dashboard to tell us what the fault is. And then he asked if he could keep it overnight and try it from a cold start in the morning. I said, yeah, not a problem. So he said he'd phone me, I think it was between 9 and 10 or whatever it might have been. I still hadn't heard from him around 11:30, so I thought, I'll give him a bell, see what's what. I mean, let's face it, I wasn't in any particular rush for it. I thought they might have just found an issue with fixing it, or just hadn't had time. So I gave him, a little bit of patience. And I phoned him up and he said, just the person I wanted to speak to. Everything you've experienced, we're experiencing this morning with it. I said, right. He said, unfortunately, because of this, we can't give it back to you. We're going to have to get it sorted. So he advised me to phone Motability, let them know what's going on, and they'll get me a car out. They got me a car out. It's this one. It's a Vauxhall Crossland. It's a manual rather than automatic. I'm just going to move the seat forward a little bit. And this is the very first time I've driven it. I was going to do a Road 2 when I got the new car, but I hadn't got the bracket for it yet. I got a new bracket. This is an old one I found. I'll be sorting out. And so I decided to use this here just to let you know what's going on. So yeah, I am now in a hire car through Motability, of course, and I've got this until the 29th of this month as standard. Unless I get my car back, I can get in contact with them and let them know, and then they can what's the word I'm looking for? Then they can come and pick it up. But if it needs to be any longer, I need to contact Motability beforehand to let them know, so that they can arrange for me to keep hold of it until I get time to pick my car up. Fingers crossed, it's a case of won't be too long before mine's fixed, because it's something and nothing. We will find out. So that being said, over the past couple of weeks we've been very, very busy trying to get the flat sorted out. At the moment it looks like it's a war zone, and not in a good way. And I don't mean that I've got tabletop games set up in mid-floor by good way. It's not that kind of war zone. We've got stuff everywhere because we're busy sorting out stuff, decorating, and just basically trying to get the flat clean and tidy, because we're going to have visitors at the beginning of April. I've got a friend staying over with us. and hopefully we'll get some videos out while they're here, and fingers crossed we'll get some gameplay videos with them as well. All good fun, all good fun. Right, I've got a video planned. I need to finish it off, but unfortunately I don't really have the space to get it done yet, because the crafting room at the moment, where I do the painting videos, I can barely get in there because we've just got stuff from bedroom and living room in there at the moment, until we can get things sorted out. The issue being is, with the health issues we have, it's a case of get something done and then out of action for 2 days, because we've irritated our medical conditions. As you may or may not know, Ollie has finally got a diagnosis of fibromyalgia, which I suspected when I first met her, but you know, I had to wait for doctors to what's the word I'm looking for? Have to wait for doctors to come to the decision, and she finally got that decision. And well, it's a case of that on top of her diabetes and everything else. It's not what you'd call conducive to good working, or constantly working on something as, shall we say, strenuous as lifting furniture and this, that and the other, to get behind it in order to paint and wallpaper, things like that. But we're getting there, we're getting there. Fingers crossed we'll get it done before our guest arrives. But we will find out. But as I said, there is a video that I plan putting up, but I've not had a chance to finish it permanently yet. So I'm going to do the video as it stands. Everything is done for it. I just need to touch up some paintwork on a few things, and then secure certain things down, but it doesn't affect what I've done and how it's being and how it's finished. So hopefully I just need to do the voiceover for it and get that sorted out, and it's done and dusted. And then I've got another little project that I want to do for my granddaughter, which involves the dinosaur. This is shaking like hell, so I'm sorry if it is a bit wobbly. Can't really do anything about it, unfortunately, but you know, I just have to grin and bear it. Hopefully the new bracket, when I get my new car back, hopefully the new bracket's going to be a lot sturdier. It is referred to as a no wobble bracket, so hopefully it is actually, hopefully it is actually a no wobble bracket, but we will see. As you can see, I've got a new microphone as well. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. Got it from Amazon, and hopefully it sounds better than the previous ones we had. Well, hopefully it sounds better than the phone mic, but then again, I've not done a Rode 2 on this camera, on this phone yet, because this is a new phone. I got it, when did I get it now? September, October, possibly November. It was before Christmas anyway. I know it was last year, and I've not done a Rode 2 on this one yet. But the thing is, I have tried with the old lavalier mics that I had, and I kept getting a popping noise through it, because he had to use a different connection for it, so I don't know whether the microphones were on the way out or the little box thing that you plug the microphone in and it then plugs into the phone. I don't know whether that was on its way out because it was only a cheap one. So basically I've got rid of them and I'm using these ones now. When I get home and double check, I'll put the details of it and I'll link to where I got it from in the description. When I get home, I'm going to put this up when I get to my mother-in-law's, because I don't know whether I remembered to say this at the beginning, but we're on the way. This is the road to the mother-in-law's. Ollie's there at the moment. She's been doing some arts and crafty stuff with her mum, and I'm going to go to show them the car and to pick up a fridge freezer that we're bringing back to ours. Hopefully it will fit in this. This one's smaller than my car, so I'm just hoping it does fit, but we will find out shortly. Yeah, so that's where we are with everything that's going on with us at the moment, why we're so busy, why there's not much of a output coming, when I can get little things done that I don't need to get into the craft room for. We'll get that sorted, but at the moment I can't do much painting because I can't get at my paints. I can't get to where I do my painting, as I said, because everything is upside down at the moment. There are stranger things in my flat than we thought originally. Upside down, stranger things, never mind. Yes, you may have noticed the bit of a change with the old facial hair. I'm going for the full beard now rather than the very long goatee. I'm going to see if this one will grow a little bit thicker than the goatee did, and a little bit longer, hopefully. We'll see. As you may know as well, I am in a games club at the Masonic Lodge in Pemberton. It's the same place that I go to the art club. So I go to the art club there on a Tuesday morning, then the games club there on a Wednesday evening, and we are set for doing a bit of a recruitment campaign. So if anybody is watching this and lives around the Wigan area, doesn't have to be the immediate area. Obviously if you've got transport, that helps even more. But I mean, there's a lad who comes from St Helens, another one who comes from Leigh. We don't not all live in Wigan, the immediate Wigan area themselves. So I know it's not miles away, but it's a trek. But yeah, if you live around the Wigan area, broad area, and you're doing nothing on a Wednesday evening and you'd like to join with us and have a bit of fun and play some games, then please feel free to join us. We open the doors about 7 o'clock. We usually start playing around 7:30 once we've decided what we're going to be playing, and we do a mix of things. We do board games. We've just finished a short sci-fi RPG, and we're going to be starting another RPG next week. We don't do a lot, even though it's called Wigan War Games and RPG and Role Play Group. Sorry, we do the role play group, but we don't do a lot of the war games because there's only like 7 of us, and we don't really want to restrict ourselves to doing war games. But if you come and you want to play any war games, then we do have a WhatsApp group which when you come you'll be added to, and you can put on that you'd like to play whatever war game you'd like to play. Although saying that, I do want to get more into the one-page rules version of is it Grimdark Future, because I've got my 40k Salamanders army. Yes, it's an old one. I don't care. I don't collect Games Workshop stuff anymore. It's after playing 40k a few times, it's not for me. You know, I found it too much like hard work, so I gave up with it. But the one-page rule stuff seems simple enough to play, so that's what I would like to get more into. And yeah, we've done our own version of it, where there's been like all of us with a small force, and we've just done it like a 6 or 7 player game, where it's each man for themselves, as it were. And we just had a big brawl, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. But yeah, we don't play them very often. We're more into board games and role play games. But yeah, feel free to just come along Wednesday evening, Masonic Lodge in Pemberton, and you know, come down, see what it's about. As I said, we're only a small group, but we're always looking for new members, and we're a friendly group. We'll wind each other up, but we all have often a joke with each other, and it's just good fun. There's no cliques there. We just turn up, have a pleasant evening of game playing, and then we go home again. And we're all friends. What else is there going on? I can't think. Oh yes, Sunday it's our wedding anniversary, the first year, and you'll find out what I had planned for that in the video I was talking about earlier. When that comes up, you'll see what all that's about. And as far as it goes, that's really about it that's been going on for us. Forgetting another thing. We'll be starting back with the hospital radio stations fairly soon. In a week or two, I'll be meeting up with Little Al, who we did the show with on a Saturday afternoon, to organise when we're going to be starting doing our own show on a Tuesday afternoon, because we're only allowed to have 2 people in the studio at any one time. Trust rules. So that scuppered our Saturday afternoon shows completely. So we're going to try doing our own show on a Tuesday. And so far with Charlie Hospital Radio, we've not been back since we locked down in 2020. But we are soon to open up again. But we are limited to 1 person in the studio, but 2 if they live together. So there we are. Anyway, we're now at Ali's mum's. How the hell do I get in reverse? You pull the little thing and that gets you in. Okay. Okay, so there we are. That's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope the microphones have worked well. I've not tried it with this before, but I have done a what you call it. I have done a recording with them before. I think it was doing the last dinosaur video. But as I said, that's it for this video. I've arrived at mother-in-law's, so all remains for me to say, as always, stay safe and take care. God bless, and bye for now.